Curious, as these teams start to take shape in 2023 and then 2024, like what was your leadership style in conjunction with a player like Caitlin, but also the rest of your teammates?
Yeah, I would say like definitely those first 2 years, we definitely were working together to like, I was definitely more of like the calmer presence and being like, hey, like look me in the eyes, you know, deep breath, like it's all gonna be okay. And I think like the leadership style that I really had was just like trust. Like she trusted me because she had seen me like putting in the work in the gym. She knew how much I cared. Like,
what happens when you're besties with the most electric name in college hoops? Kate Martin knows. And she's not holding back. From Caitlin Clark's mind-bending court magic to the off-the-wall antics off the hardwood, Kate spills all the tea from their unforgettable Iowa ride. Think game winners, inside jokes, and yes, one rogue squirrel. Curious? You should be. This isn't just
Head around 139 games. Like that seems like a ton of games, and lucky enough we've had postseasons where we've got a lot of extra games, whether it's been the Big Ten tournament, whether it's been the NCAA tournament. We've been able to have some long seasons, and that's something I'm really thankful for. And to be honest, like I don't think I have the type of career if I don't have a teammate like Kate. She's been one that has had my back. You know, she holds me accountable, I hold her accountable, but I think at the same time, like me and Kate are wired so similarly that like we get each other on a different level. She's so competitive, you know, her dad was a football coach growing up.
that whole Iowa run? Straight up legendary. Like borderline folklore at this point. Kate Martin wasn't just a player, she was the vibe. The heartbeat. The sideline energy. The court general. The locker room therapist.
Because you were the first person who I felt like said, yeah, Kate Martin's a pro. Like, draft Kate Martin, she's gonna be able to do different things. I think you started saying that you're either sophomore or junior year. And, you know, media members aside, I'm not, you know, maybe it's me, maybe it's not me, not gonna throw myself under the bus here. We were like, you know what, I think she could be a fringe WNBA player. She has potential, but, you know, Caitlin's given her endorsement. If there's one thing I've learned about you in covering you for 4 or 5 years or whatever, how long it's been, when you talk ball, you genuinely talk basketball. Like there's no personal relationship attached. So I guess, how do you feel about Kate doing really well and unrivaled so far, and now she's getting a chance at the Valkyrie to really make a statement?
Now she's out here living her WNBA dream, and it's giving sports movie with an Oscar sweep. And spoiler alert, she's not just the lead, she wrote the script, directed the shots, and probably picked the music too. Sure, Caitlin was out there bending physics with logo threes, but Kate? She kept the glue strong. She made sure the scout was tight.
So Caitlin Clark revealed her squad goals, sort of. This is a play on words, a pun, if you will, just having a little fun. With Caitlin Clark's latest interview, she did an appearance with, I believe his name pronunciation is David Eichel of Swarmcast 24/7 Sports. I will link the full piece in the description.
Every time Iowa needed a clutch stop, a momentum spark, or a deadpan joke to cut the pressure, Kate Martin answered. And Golden State? The literal house of splash, where hoops IQ matters as much as a vertical leap. It's poetic, honestly. She fits right in, breaking down defenses with surgical cuts, hitting threes like they disrespected her, and setting screens like she gets paid in bruises.
Quick, what did you notice about Caitlin's work ethic?
Yeah.
Was there anything that stood out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was in the gym constantly. Yeah. And it was like the way she approached everything too was like, it was like with a sort of excellence. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna go through the motions and like whatever. It was like, no, like I'm here to kick your butt in every single drill, every single practice, like, and especially whenever our like gray squad guys were playing against us, it was like, if you're across from me, you're my enemy, you know? And like, I think that's just kind of how you have to approach things to get better. And she had that, you know, next level mindset, and it really just raised us all up with her.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, Golden State's got the glam, but Kate brings that Midwestern grind. That I boxed out in middle school recess type of toughness. Draft night? straight up cinematic. She wasn't even planning to be picked, just there to support Caitlyn, probably sipping Sprite, clapping politely, then boom. She's walking across that stage in heels she wasn't even planning to stand in, shaking hands like, wait, me. Most wholesome plot twist in WNBA history and in Vegas. She lit it up. Of course,
Training video, I've discussed how Caitlin Clark is going to have time to work on her game that she otherwise hasn't had before. She went straight from college to the pros, grueling schedule to start the WNBA season. It's a scary thought for the rest of the league. I've articulated that on many occasions, but she said it herself too, which of course adds fuel to that. And then the other was Unrivaled, and Kate Martin's performance at Unrivaled. Kate Martin has looked great thus far at Unrivaled. Obviously, Kate and Caitlyn have a bit of a relationship.